other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback from Central Florida. It's Blake Bortles.
I don't care how many accolades you had in college. There's no such thing as a can't-miss quarterback. But Blake Bortles has shown in his time in the NFL that he's a guy that you can build a team around.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On the draw, this is Cohen, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Operating from the gun, Rankin. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rankin, and he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Bortles now on first down. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. They'll run forward to Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rankin looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense, because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it, because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Bortles. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw is Bortles. He's got Burton here. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Now a run with Montgomery, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He was a 2nd-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a 1st-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the 2nd round. They got a steal with this player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
To throw, it's Bortles. Finding Gabriel complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. First down, a run with Cohen. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And an alley to run. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Ready, go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. Caught by Montgomery. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all. And the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The big fella, he's at the 30. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to fourth down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal. It's second and goal back to the 8-yard line now. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, a short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe you go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Throwing now is Bortles. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Bortles. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
94. Trip. You got trip. Ready?
Throwing on first down is Bortles. It's complete. It's Miller. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Check line 54.
Throwing again on second down. Bortles. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Bortles. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Bortles going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Hey, let's go.
To throw on third down, Lincoln. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That's complete right side to Gabriel. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Throwing is Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. On play action, it's Bortles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Again, it's Bortles. This one into the hands of Burton.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here's Bortles to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off play action. Rankin. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Throwing again. Rankin. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On play action, now Bortles. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Bortles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Bortles. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Bortles now to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, we got to get to the ball. We got to get to the ball. Check 45 to Mike. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Bortles. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Freeman again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. On third down, Rankin. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bears take over. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Bortles. And his throw is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Bortles. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Bortles. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Bortles. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, 52 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
To throw on 2nd down, Rankin gets it off to Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check your hit.
From the gun, Rankin. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Rankin nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Back to you. Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rankin, room to run past midfield. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Falcons. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
58, Mike, 58.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Bortles going to throw here. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they take a knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you.